hold up, hold up, hold up. Hold up, hold up, hold up. What's up, y'all? Your boy is in the house. We live from the Trap Cave. Views from the Trap Cave. We here with the review. Views from the Trap Cave. Hold on right quick. I took it to the bedroom. So hold on. Let me stop it. Jesus. Hold on. Okay, you know what? Let's just do it regular then. Cause I have to come and sit down and talk to y'all about this movie, man. Like, really have to talk to y'all about this movie, man. And I'm stoked. I'm happy that this movie exists. I'm happy that this movie is amazing as it is. And this is like my first. I wanted to come on here because I was about to post and do all of that, but I just wanted to come on here and give my honest review. So we're gonna do spoilers, and we're not gonna do spoilers first. We're not gonna do spoilers first. We're going to do what are we gonna do first, man? We are going to do the overview. So let's go ahead and start with the overview. By now, y'all know that after the events of Last Jedi, Supreme Leader Kylo Ren is on the hunt to end the Resistance and to become the most powerful being in the galaxy. The Resistance fights on with limited resources, limited manpower, but they fight on. And somebody, a major player, thought to be long gone, has put the call out to kill Rey and crush the Resistance. So right now, of course, everybody is fighting and scrambling to defeat Kylo and this major player who has resurfaced from the shadows. So my honest thoughts about the movie, man, it brought to me, I felt like it was a good ending to the trilogy and a good ending to the saga in general. Like, they did the best they could with what they had, and it was a fun movie. Like, I mean, like it was great. Like, it was from start to finish, it was great. It was exhilarating. It was post-pounding. I felt engaged. The movie just starts and we just take off and we don't start. There's never a dull moment. Yeah, some plot holes here and there, but I mean, it feels like a Star Wars movie. You know what I'm saying? It feels like there's stakes. I mean, sometimes they do little fake outs here and there with stuff, but the stakes is high. The action is big, it's loud. I recommend you seeing it on the biggest screen you can. And, you know, let me see. Oh, that's what that does. Okay. You know, but I recommend you seeing it on the biggest, loudest screen you can. I want to see it again on, you know, the OmniMax screen. But we gonna probably go see it. We seen it in a regular theater. I need to see it on a regular screen to see if, you know, I'm bugging. But it's a fun movie, man. Like, it has lightsaber duels, it has dog fights, it has everything and more that you want from a Star Wars film. And it's exhilarating. It ain't perfect. It gives me, you know, like, my favorite movie is Return of the Jedi. A lot of people say I'm bugging for that, but it's the same. It gave me the same level of satisfaction that movie did, because it had plot holes and it had, you know, discrepancies and stuff was fixed later on. you know, with subsequent releases and enhanced and all of that, but and edited. And like I said, I just enjoy the movie for what it is. Like, it's a Star Wars movie through and through. It's an entertaining romp. And I'm happy that, you know, we got another exhilarating, post-pounding Star Wars movie. I'm really, really happy that we got this movie, man, and it lived up to the hype for me. A lot of people are nitpicking it, a lot of people are hating on it, but, you know, I think it did I mean, they course corrected a lot, and, you know, like DC before them, they not gonna die. If somebody say it's bad, they're not gonna die on that hill, but, you know, you just can't keep everybody happy. And I'm a firm believer in following your first mind and, you know, saying fuck the critics because, forget the critics because, you know, what am I kidding? I'm not monetized. I'm a firm believer in saying fuck the critics because, you know, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like, they gonna have something to say and they gonna be mad and they gonna be whatever. Oh, snap. Oh, who is that? Okay, but like they gonna have something to say or whatever, but you know, it is what it is. It's still a fun ass movie, and I recommend, you know, this is gonna be somebody's first Star Wars movie, and they're gonna go back, they're gonna see the good, bad, and the ugly. This is gonna be somebody's last Star Wars movie, and if they're a fan of the series, if they're a fan of the fun, the action, because we wasn't, you know, 20, 30 years ago, before the prequels, we wasn't tripping off story like that. We wasn't worried about, I mean, yeah, we were invested with the characters, and I feel like the prequel characters and the sequel characters could have gotten better shine and better light and better, you know, better send-offs. I still am in love with Rey and Kylo and Poe and Finn and BB-8 and, you know, all of these different characters that we've gotten to know and love, and I feel like they just as Star Wars characters as the rest of these characters are. You know, do I feel like it was some cash grab vibes with Disney? Yeah, but JJ made the movies feel like Star Wars movies. Yeah, they could have had a better plan and did a whole bunch of fan service and balanced it more, kept it BK'd, and I forget the other who, you know, Kylo could have been, but you know, just they could have kept some things, and they could have, you know, build upon some things. But when they made the Legends content, that makes it harder for, you know, for them to do it, and they did the same Chewie, you know. But all in all, man, go see this movie, man. Forget what the critics are saying. Forget what the haters are saying. You know, just go have fun with this movie. You know, I'm not gonna say it's a turn your brain off and it's not Transformer level bad. It's not bad at all, man. It's a fun romp. And just to let y'all know, we finna get to these spoilers real quick. So I'm finna go from the bottom to the top, from the rooter to the tutor. So this is spoiler warnings, spoiler alert. You know what I'm saying? So if you don't want to hear no spoilers, and I'm finna spoil the hell out of it. This is, you know, this is the spoiler warning. This is the spoiler warning. I'm just letting y'all know this is the spoiler warning. So get your butt on out of here. Get your ass on out of here, cause this is the spoiler warning. You dig? This is the spoiler warning right here. You only get one more. This is the spoiler one. So, oh, and when I respawn, I'm finna go into the beginning to the end. Alright, y'all, so Kylo, well, actually, the movie starts out, there's a announcement, not a distress call, not a, you know, this radio broadcast, this is an announcement of revenge. Palpatine is back. He done out Thanos, and he is back. He's saying, he told everybody, yo, I'm back, I'm here, and I'm getting ready to exact revenge on the galaxy. I got the final order, a fleet of 1,000 Star Destroyers with Death Star-sized laser cannons on them. I'm not playing. And so, you know, Kylo goes to find him, and he meets him. He finds out that, oh snap, Snoke is a clone, a bioengineered force-sensitive clone of the Emperor. And he wants Rey dead. Why does he want Rey dead? Because, I'm gonna say it again if you didn't hear me. Spoiler alert, it's his granddaughter. Rey is a Palpatine. Palpatine had a son. Now I know this goes into Legends continuity, but he had a little boo thing before the beginning of the Clone Wars, the Battle of Naboo. He's supposed to have killed her, but she was knocked up, and she lived. She had the baby. That baby had a son, and had a daughter, excuse me, and the daughter was Rey. It was Rey. Rey, the Resistance links up with Rey. Rey had been training with Leia. Leia has been telling her to link up with all of the ancestors. And Kylo still wants Rey to turn because he is in love with Rey. But Finn is in love with Rey. So this is a love triangle that a lot of people didn't want to see. They link up with Lando on this planet. Kylo sends in the Knights of Ren. They back. They his hit squad, and they take Chewie. They get on the transport. This transport thought to have Chewie gets force grabbed or force held or force pulled by both Rey and Kylo. Kylo ain't even on the planet. This is how crazy they force powers is, because they the last two Jedi and Sith, and the force is so strong with them because all the other Jedi and Sith are dead other than Palpatine, but he's dead. So the force has swelled up in them and is propelling them to a new level of power faster and greater than any other Jedi or Sith, period. So, with that being said, they are fighting for the directions of the map to Exegol, which is the Sith homeworld, the birthplace of the Sith, and where the Emperor is stationed with the Final Order fleet, which is, I think, 100 or 10,000 ships strong. Lando has to go and get everybody after they get the coordinates to Exegol. Rey finds out about her parents, which I just said, her granddaddy. This is your granddaddy, Palpatine. They fight, and after a couple of space battles, and after, you know, almost sacrificing Chewie and 3PO, after Leia reaches out in the Force to turn Ben from the dark side, from Kylo back to Ben, going to Endor to find the Sith holocron, or the Wayfinder. They call them Wayfinders, I'm gonna call them holocrons. They make it to Exegol, and Rey shows down with the Emperor. The Emperor wanted her to kill her because all of the souls and the spirit of the Sith will take hold of her body and control the Final Order, and Rey will be the leader. because Palpatine is hanging on by a thread. So, with that being said, and I got a Sith Trooper. With that being said, Kylo comes back. He tosses his Kylo Ren blade, heads back, faces off against the Sith Troopers in the Knights of Ren. Gets Luke's lightsaber. Rey has Leia's lightsaber, and they go toe to toe with the Emperor. But the Emperor is too powerful. He sucks the life force out of Rey and out of Rey and Ben, realizing that they have the power. The Force has the Force that the amount of the Force, or the strength of the Force, has swelled within them, and they have basically a force. The Force, they can wield the. Hold on, I can't. Let me explain it to how to explain to me. They are an amalgamation of the Force, and they are as powerful as life itself. So he realized this, and basically has pulled all of the Force out of them, centrally neutralizing them. But they're holding on by a thread. Ben tries to strike the Emperor down, but is thrown off this edge of the cliff or chasm where the Sith Temple is. And Rey basically is alone to stand against her grandfather, the Emperor, as all of these new Sith followers or worshippers look on in the crowd. Because for some reason he got a Coliseum up in there, but you know, whatever. Rey gets hit with the Force lightning because Palpatine gonna force her to side with the Empire. He gonna force her. I mean, to strike him down and assimilate the power. But she resists. She pulls out Luke's lightsaber, and they go to town. She then goes to town on the Emperor, blocking his Force lightning. And this Force, hold on, I didn't even tell y'all. I don't even know how he did it, but Lando went and got everybody in the galaxy. I'm talking about not just Resistance fighters, not just allies to the Resistance, but I'm talking about literally space freighters, junk ships, everybody to take on this 10,000 strong fleet. And so when he does this, everybody is here taking them on, but Palpatine hit a Force lightning so strong. When I tell you they didn't have a chance, there wasn't even a chance for them. When I tell you that they didn't have a chance and Rey didn't get up, and then when Rey got up, I forgot to tell y'all, she reached out. She reached out, and all of the fallen Jedi came back and powered Rey up. Now I know it's a little Dragon Ball Z, but it was still crazy because you had Anakin, Obi-Wan, Luke, Leia, everybody came. Well, not Leia. Leia didn't die yet, but every Ahsoka, Mace Windu, Qui-Gon. I mean, every Jedi heard her call and came in to assist her and power her up. So she had all of the Jedi. Every Jedi who passed in the death I mean, on Order 66, Luke, Anakin, everybody was there. Everybody. And then I wonder, I thought you could hear the what you call it, because this is, you know, this is Maz's castle. But anyway, and she faces off against the Emperor, and since she reflected the Force lightning, she killed the Emperor using his own attack. So it didn't, the Sith didn't assimilate her, and the whole temple breaks down. All of the followers of the Sith, all the new Sith leaders and followers and occultists, they all got swallowed up.
We must reduce their numbers quickly.
They all got hit up. And Rey is seemingly dead, right? Ben climbs back up and he learns Force Heal from Rey. Rey had did it. She had put like a lot, some of her Force power into healing this snake that was in this cave where they found, you know, the blade or whatever that I'm trying to remember. Anyway, she learned Force Healing early in the movie. And then just as she had healed him at the Battle of Endor, well, their fight, a showdown in Endor, oh, my bad, y'all. Kylo gives all of his remaining life force to heal Rey. They share a kiss. Ben disappears, or Kylo disappears. Leia disappears. And the Emperor is once and for all destroyed. So, like I said, it was a lot. I did a lot of jumping around because the story did a lot of jumping around. Hold on, one more thing. She goes back to Tatooine, takes Luke and Leia's lightsaber, buries it. She made her own lightsaber, which is made out of her staff that she had. Jakku. It's a yellow lightsaber, meaning that she's a gray Jedi. I think the gray Jedi used the orange. It's a symbol of, you know, balance. And so a lady pulls up at Luke's home, Uncle Ben's, Uncle Owen and Aunt LaRue's farm, and she asked, you know, who is she and what's her name? And she replies, she see Luke and Leia off in the distance. And she said, I'm Rey Skywalker. And that's how the movie ends, with her and BB-8 looking at the twin sunsets in Tatooine. And, you know, everybody went home, and that was the end of the movie. There was no after credit scenes. There was no, you know, nothing like that. But like I said, I love the movie, man. The plot was all over the place. I was all over the place with it. It was just basically a march to that ending battle of Executor, and I was entertained. It was a lot of jokes. It was a lot of quips. It was a lot of, you know, cat and mouse. A lot of misdirections. A lot of fake outs. But I enjoyed myself. Everybody in my theater enjoyed ourselves. I saw it at the OmniMax Theater in St. Louis, which is at the St. Louis Science Center, which is like one of the few screens, a few places in the country you can watch that movie on the OmniMax screen. So, you know, I had a ball, y'all. I can't even lie to you. I had a ball. I had a blast. I loved the movie. And, you know, it ain't really much I can really say. Like I said, it's a lot of inconsistencies, a lot of plot holes, A lot of stuff that's gonna have to be expanded upon, like how did Palpatine live, you know, the relationship between, you know, the Solos and Luke and Ben, why he turned. You know, it was a lot of stuff that, like, a lot of questions, and then, you know, some new characters. I forgot to mention, you know, it was another stormtrooper that they meet on Endor, that they all defected from the First Order, that the Force had, you know, reached out, and Finn and Poe and all of them linked up with them, and they led the charge on, you know, the lead Star Destroyer that was carrying the homing beacon to where they could, you know, jump into hyperspace and start, you know, targeting the different worlds. And they basically was going, you know, Emperor was basically going to just start blowing up different worlds. And if you didn't join, or you didn't ride, or you didn't ride with the gang, or you didn't ride with the mob that was the final order, your planet got blown up. And as y'all saw earlier with the Sith troopers, these are troopers that were with weapons that were made from Sith technology. They weren't Force users, but they, you know, their armor was fortified to deal with, like, I think, like, and I may be wrong, I gotta double check the guidebook. The armor was fortified to handle to handle, you know, duels with lightsabers and stuff like that. They could take light strokes and, like, you know, they couldn't get impaled or nothing like that, as y'all see in the movie. But you know, it was a little heavily fortified armor, you know, and gear that they would use to fight not only, you know, civilians, but Jedi, bounty hunt. Like, they had some swanky gear. They like Death Troopers on steroids, you know. So but yeah, man, like I said, The Rise of Skywalker, man, it's I ain't gonna say it's my favorite. I'm not going to say it's my favorite Star Wars movie. I won't go that far, but as far as the action goes, as far as, you know, everything that the movie was, I'm with it. I'm down with it. I'm rocking with it.
The rebel force is significantly reduced.
So it was a fun little romp. It was a fun ride from start to finish. I'm going to see it again, like I said, in a regular screen, in a regular theater. No, you know, nothing special, but, you know, I recommend this movie, man. I don't have nothing else to say, man, other than I had fun and I enjoyed myself. My lady enjoyed herself. We had a great time watching the movie. It was a lot of laughs. We were engaged the whole time. It wasn't a dull moment. And so, you know, this will be up there with, you know, it's definitely better than The Last Jedi. But I didn't think The Last Jedi was a bad movie. As far as, like, action-wise, it's better than The Last Jedi, and I would say even plot-wise. I hated that they didn't fully commit to they didn't fully commit to getting rid of the Jedi and the Sith, but I like where they took the story. Like, things took a turn, and, you know, I mean, I'm just excited to see where Star Wars goes from here. Mandalorian is awesome. I'm gonna download Star Wars Bounty Hunter for the review season 1 next week when it's over with, because that last episode was amazing, just like this movie was amazing. So I can't even lie to you. Like, I'm not gonna stun or front. Go see this movie, man. Forget what the critics are saying. If you want something that's sold, that all of it makes sense and all of it, you know, it's cohesive and all that, this ain't your movie. But it, compared to a lot of the movies that I saw that made sense, that, you know, that, like, for example, Captain Marvel. It made sense. I didn't have as much fun at Captain Marvel. I didn't have as much fun at what movie did I go see? Spider-Man. I didn't have that much fun at, you know, at Terminator. Like, I like Terminator. It was serviceable as a sequel that was like, that had similar problems to as this, but it wasn't as fun. It wasn't as fun. It wasn't, you know, it didn't work for me. And I feel like this movie, even though it may not, you know, critically it'll be stupid, but the first Star Wars was critically panned, but the people loved it, and it's because it's Star Wars. You know, it was something new at the time. You know, and he's done this 9 times. To have a series that is 40 years strong, that it's had its missteps. Like people didn't like what's the name of that movie? Phantom Menace, and people didn't like Attack of the Clones, and people, you know, they complained about the acting in that, and how things was in that, and you know, like, it's always gonna be some haters. It's always gonna be, you know,
They're out of troops.
somebody that's gonna complain. People didn't like Solo. I like Solo. Is it perfect? Hell no. But, you know, I mean, I had fun, man. That's all that I want from a Star Wars movie. I'm not looking for, you know, Scorsese level or Quentin Tarantino level. Like, I'm not looking from that from Star Wars. And I'm looking to have fun, man. I had a whole lot of fun watching this movie. Whole lot of fun watching this movie. I can't even tell you how much fun I had watching this movie. It you know, I can't in one video ain't enough. Like, one video is not enough, bro. Like, tell y'all how much. So if I had to give it a score,
Reporting the victory to General Veers.
I'm gonna give it a 7.5 or 8, 3.5, 4 out of 5, and out of 10, man. I'm just, you know, wasn't perfect, but I had fun. And that's what I go see these movies for, man, is to have fun. That's why I see these movies. I read these books. I read these comics. I play these games. I watch these series. I collect the toys. You know, to have fun. And if I ain't having fun, what are we doing? So this your boy DJ Killzown Jones, man. This is my review of Star Wars The Rise of Skywalker, man. Make sure y'all like, comment, share, subscribe for the one time. Hit the notifications bell so you can tell when I upload, go live, man. For real. I appreciate y'all. It's been 40 years with Star Wars, and it's been 11 years with me on YouTube, man. 11 years, man. I can't, from the bottom of my heart, man, I kept going. I know I took breaks here and there. I know, you know, but we did a lot of epic content, man. Interviewing, you know, JDF and Mega Ran, Paxis, all the developers, you know, walking around going to E3. MoGangCon, we was able to help kickstart that. I ain't taking no credit for it, but, you know, all the amazing things. Beast and Biz podcast, Killzone Plays. I've been rocking that out for a while. And, hey, it's your boy, man. Make sure y'all, like I said, man, I thank all of y'all, everybody that watched this video, everybody that checked this review out. Thank y'all, appreciate y'all. It's Big Killzone, man. Make sure y'all like, comment, share, subscribe for the one time. Hit the notifications bell so you can tell when I upload and go live. It's Big Killzone, and I'm out. Peace.